Desidido si California Governor Gavin Newsom na magsampa ng kaso laban sa administrasyon ni U.S. President Trump.
I, in partnership with Governor Gavin Newsom, are suing President Trump and asking the court to set aside the president's unlawful action federalizing the California National Guard. As I'm sure you've been closely following, in the early hours of Sunday morning, President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth unlawfully federalized 2,000 California National Guard troops for 60 days with no indication as to when they intend to stand down. They did so without authorization from Governor Newsom and against the wishes of local law enforcement who are on the ground, actively assessing and responding to the situation in Los Angeles in real time, a situation that didn't warrant the National Guard.
Ito ay matapos na magpakalat sila ng mga National Guards nang hindi man lamang ipinaalam sa kanila. Git nito na iligal ang ginawa ni Trump na utusan ng basta ang National Guard. Kung nagawaan niya ito sa California, ay posible ring gawin sa iba pang estado ng Amerika. Labag umano sa konstitusyon ng US ang nasabing pagpapakalat ni Trump ng National Guard. Magugunitang ipinakalat ni Trump ang mga ito para pigilan ang mga nagsasagawa ng kilos protesta na kontra sa immigration policy ng US.
Since Trump announced his plan to deploy troops, the situation on the ground has escalated quickly, with unrest growing overnight, causing highways to close and putting people in danger. This wasn't the case on Saturday or Sunday morning. This was not inevitable. We'll never know what might have been had the president left our state and local authorities to continue the important work they were already doing and were more than capable of doing. What we do know is that what we saw yesterday happened after the president's unnecessary, counterproductive, and most importantly, unlawful order. An order that abused the federal government's authority and violated the 10th Amendment and federal law. An order that skipped over multiple rational, common sense, strategic steps that should have been deployed to quell unrest and prevent escalation. This is a law that requires the governor's consent to activate the National Guard. This is the first time since 1965 that a president has activated the National Guard without a request from the state's governor. And the governor of California knows how to call in the National Guard if and when it's needed. He did it with the LA fires. He did it in the summer of 2020 with some of the protests in California. So this is something that is within Governor Newsom's sovereignty, and he did not authorize the use of the National Guard here, did not call for it. Yesterday afternoon, Governor Newsom actually sent a letter to Mr. Hegseth requesting that the secretary rescind the unlawful deployment of troops and return them to the governor's command. The request was ignored. We don't take lightly to the president abusing his authority and unlawfully mobilizing California National Guard troops.